Hello, cello parents! This week is very exciting. We are beginning to use the bow in our lessons for beginning orchestra. So I want to give you a few tips and advice as your students begin this adventure with the bow. First of all, have your students or your child or any brothers, siblings, anybody, probably shouldn't be touching the bow, but make sure that people are not touching the bow hair because it's very sensitive to the dirt and oils on our fingers. So that's the first thing. On the bottom of the bow, there's an adjusting screw. If you turn that to the right, if you're looking at the end of the bow to the right, then it tightens the bow hairs. So every time your child plays, they should tighten the bow to a point that an adult pinky can fit between the bow stick and the bow hair. Once it's that tight, they are good to go. The bow should still curve in a little bit. If it's bowing out, then that means it's too tight. So this is a really good tension to have on the bow. To establish good bow hold, we start by holding the stick in the left hand and using our right hand to karate chop, hang, and then we bring the thumb up so that the tip of the thumb is touching the side of the stick. So you can take a look there. It looks like that, just the tip of the thumb. And all the other fingers stay across. The thumb should be touching right between middle finger and ring finger. We can do the same thing down by the frog. So we'll do chop, flop, hang, thumb comes up between middle finger and ring finger. And again, it should have a nice curve to it. Another way to help work on a bow hold is by making a focus fox, is what I like to call it. So the thumb touches the middle finger and ring finger right at the middle knuckle. The focus fox gets hungry, so he decides to eat a stick, bites down right where the frog hits the stick on the bow. Thumb stays curved, and then he gets so full, falls asleep. Both ears fall asleep over the top. Good. It's important that the right hand is established properly on the bow so that your student can get a good sound. The next step for cello is to place the bow on the string between the fingerboard and the bridge. We call this our driving lane. And then the student will just, after balancing on the string, give a nice pull and then a push. Notice the bow hold stays pretty uniform throughout the stroke. So here's the sequence. We'll start on the C string. Lift, set, pull, push. Lift, set, pull, push. Lift, set, pull, and push. And then on the A string, lift, set, pull, and push. Now, some common issues with cello are for the bow hold to collapse like this. This is because the student's hands and muscles are still getting coordinated and still learning. So if you see that in your child, just encourage them to think tall in their bow hold. This is collapsed, this is thinking tall. And this is the shape that we want to have when we pull on the string. Another common issue in cello is for students to be at an angle like this or like this, pulling back. We want them to be as straight as possible with the bridge. Now this takes a lot of coordination and some muscle development. So if your child is struggling in the first week or two of learning to use the bow, that's okay. Just remind them to be patient with themselves and to continue to practice having those good habits, keeping the bow hold straight and tall, and keeping the bow straight with the bridge. All right, good luck, and if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help. Just let me know. Have a good one.